Hey, what's up, guys? I thought this would be a really good time to do a top 3 things to know before you purchase a Zen type of video. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. This right here is called the Cronus Zen. If you don't know what it is or what the purpose of it is, the idea behind this thing, it's a controller adaptive device. It adds mods through software at the Zen Studio app. You do have to apply firmware, and there are a bunch of controversies surrounding it at the current moment. It does hook up as an external device to your controller, and from there you can apply different things and different behavioral patterns to your controller. Now, the first thing I think that you should know is that this thing is rough to get set up. I've got a video out there of how to set this up, and to be honest with you, there's no reason that it should have over 70,000 views. If the company that created the device had done their job properly, then this thing would have been self-explanatory. But since that is what it is, I figured you guys should know that just getting the device itself doesn't really do anything. You have to go through a long and drawn-out process, and there's not a lot of help. There's not a lot of support that actually come with setting up this device. It's not as simple as just plugging the thing in and then playing the game the way that you want. I wish it was that simple, but it's not. It's not a plug and play. So one other thing you should come to realize with the Zen device is you're going to be spending a lot of time in this screen. You see the different little spots right there, library, programmer, whatever game you're trying to play and whatever thing you're trying to set up. This is the screen you're going to spend more time in gaming. More time in this screen than you are going to be spending gaming sometimes. So just figured that I'd let you know it's kind of rough to get set up at first. I do want you to know that you should not be paying for scripts. You can set up all of this on your own. They do have a mods and scripts section. It's supposed to be one of those things where it's easier for you to take somebody else's script and download it onto your Zen device. These are known to have problems, people hacking and stuff like that. Stay away from paying for scripts. Set it up on your own. And the third thing I want you to know is that this is not an aimbot, and it is not wall hack. It doesn't qualify as hacking, okay? It is not hacking, and therefore cannot be called cheating. Another thing you need to know is that it is controversial. There is a lot to do with the Zen that is, I think, a little bit strange in the modern day, so to speak. But no, it is not hacking. It's not an aimbot. It doesn't play the game for you. It doesn't line up headshots for you. And I attached this clip here so that you can see that. There's also a lot of inconsistency around what the settings should be. So a setting for me, if I had put out AntiRecoil at 48 for the Cronus regime, apparently somebody else at 48 means they're going to be aiming straight at the floor when they press the trigger. So there's a lot of inconsistencies between the settings, which if you refer back to the rough to set up part, then you'll know that you're going to have to figure out your own settings and spend a lot of time in that area. The last thing that I wanted to do, here's another one, anti-recoil and burst fire. The examples of what these are I want to show you. This is anti-recoil. So with the Cronus regime, you know it's got a lot of kick. Having the anti-recoil can give you some form of an advantage, but it's not something that's going to help the game play itself better. It's not going to make you a better player because in Destiny, players can jump. So, yeah, it's cool to use, I guess. It's fun to try out, but it doesn't improve your gameplay. If you don't know how to hide around corners, if you don't know how to peek and shoot, you're not going to win just by using this device. So anti-recoil is one of the things that I think most people find appealing about, the Cronus Zen, because it is kind of cool, but it is not something that's going to help your gameplay. Burst fire. This is something that you can specifically use as, in game they call it full auto. You've got pulse rifles that have this mod. You can use this mod with pulses, with sidearms and hand cannons, and basically you hold down the trigger and it shoots it for you in full auto. When you combine that with anti-recoil, it could be pretty deadly for guns that you don't normally use. It doesn't change the fire rate, and it does not do anything other than just full auto. That is the purpose of it. That is what it does. I hope you guys found this video useful. I try to keep things short and to the point. That way you know where I that way I'm not wasting your time. I find time to be very valuable. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.